Yo, big up everyone. Sorry if I'm a bit late. Um, hold on. There we go. Big up to everyone. Only a few minutes late, but it's okay. I just wanna get involved in. Make sure you smash the like. You know what to do. Today we're going for it. Make sure you smash the like, subscribe, and you know all that. So I want to talk about this. So yes, Manchester City and Juventus play. This will be like this is a hangout stream a little bit, but this I want to talk about one particular topic. I want to talk about Brazil versus. I want to talk about the laughability. I want to talk about the absolute frauds, the absolute weakness, jokers, and you know what? They deserve to be laughed on. You know what? It's time. Let's all laugh. You know what? Let's all laugh at the Argentinian league. And I want to know where the league lovers were at, because where are they? Where are they? Big up to everyone. But yes, River Plate, Boca Juniors, the two teams that claim they hate each other, right? The two biggest club in Argentina's history, right? With the fair enough, the most with the biggest fan base as well, you could say. Where are they? They're not here. They're unknown, and and you know what happened to them? Both of them have disappeared out of nowhere. They have absolutely disappeared out of nowhere, and yes, both of them are out. Afuera, fuera do Mundial. They're out of the Club World Cup in the group stage alone. Both of them finishing third. Reverend Boca Juniors. They claim they want to be in the South American Pact. None of them made it. Ha! We even have two CONCACAF teams, even though you know Miami, FIFA, and all that. But one today, the CONCACAF Champions Cup winners, going against River Plate, who hasn't won the Libertadores in the last few years. And no offense to River Boca, yes, you guys are a big club, but right now you guys are mediocre as trash. And I know I probably won't go too harsh because I don't want to get so I have to say it very limited. But you guys you guys suck. And you know what? You guys are not good enough. And to be fair, this proves this is why the Brazilian League is the best league in the Americas. With just the best competitivism, the best producing, not just talent, but developing players. And the physicality. This is why the Brazilian League is better than the Argentinian League. There's no debate. And these Argentinians are still crying, like all that crap. If you're not good enough, you're not good enough. So I want congrats to all of my Brazilian teams: Flamengo, Botafogo, Fluminense, 3 Rio de Janeiro represented, and Palmeiras from Sao Paulo. All of them making through in the round of 16. And guess what? We will have a Brazilian derby. Will I do a preview? Well, I'm only going to do this for just 40 minutes. I will have to end the stream because I will have to rate This Is City. So, yeah, for the watch-along for Manchester City versus Juventus, which is a huge game. Because one will play Real Madrid, even though this isn't topic, but I'm just saying technically. But yeah, we will redirect you to This Is City. So yeah, I just want to hang out. So where are the Argentinians now? Where are they now? Where are they? And every time when their team loses, they disappear. And to be fair, River Plate and Boca Juniors, they're both living in the past. They're still stuck with living in the past when they had the glory days, just like Manchester United. Both of them have fallen off a cliff. Well, and yes, and they claim that these two teams hate each other, but it sounds like to me, both of them have something in common. They both agree nationally. So I don't even think River Plate Boca Juniors is even a rivalry as much. It looks like, because both of them, you guys come together and just mock, mock you just want to mock just want to be ignorant. You just want to be you just want to play the victim card and crying card. I just want to blame other clubs or other nations for your downfall. That got nothing to do with it in the competitism. And I know those Argentinians, they know they can't talk to Brazilians as much. They want to talk to Mexicans, even though, yes, I know, yes, just because, yes, internationally, fine. Internationally, you may talk for now, but guess what? I don't expect this Argentina dynasty to last that long. Even if you have some talented, good players, even though I do rate some of your good players that are doing it the right way, like Julian Alvarez, even though he got grouped with Atletico Madrid, who, by the way, who are pro-Argentina and FC at this point. Same thing with Inter Miami, Argentina FC. It's just, but as for Atletico Madrid, I know they just want to wrap up their season. Don't ever say that you guys are competing for the Americas. You guys are the embarrassment. And I'm not trying to diss or hate on the Argentinian league. I don't hate it all. I mean, I do like some. I think you guys do care about the game a lot, but here's the thing: you're just not doing it the right way. But I'm not saying that everyone is like this. I would say I'm not saying everyone is like this, but unfortunately, a lot of them, they have to hold smoke. A lot of them that are talking smacks, they're talking crap, they have to hold that. Chupa, yup. Chupa Argentina, as we say, yup. Yup, both of them are out. River Plate lost 2-0 to Inter Milan, and that was over. Even though this 0-0 draw was over. But here's the thing, Inter Milan got the first spot. Monterrey got second. We were getting closer to have a Monterrey Fluminense, and unfortunately Inter, they just wanted to win this game. River Plate, yup. And look at how angry they were at the end. They wanted to be unprofessional. They wanted to fight. They wanted to fight. They just can't resist those tears, their anger. And it sounds like you're not professional at all. Not behaving like one, like a proper one. Look at these River Plate players trying to go, yes, even if there was a somewhat promotion from Dumfries, but look at this. Even at then, they wanted to go and the tunnel, wanted to fight. And River Plate, they just play dirty. Super dirty. And this is why you guys are bug life at this point. And River Plate Boca Juniors, say whatever you want about your Libertadores titles, yes. But here's the thing, Brazil's just better right now. And I expect the Brazilian club to win it. I think my top two are Flamengo, Palmeiras right now. Botafogo, São Paulo. Yes, you could. Yes, you could say Huracan owns Corinthians, owns Corinthians. Yes, they did knock them out, but here's the thing: because right now Corinthians are now back. Unfortunately, that's not good for Brazilian football. But here's the thing: good. But here's the thing: look at how calm we are, Brazilians, and yet we live rent free. League wise, I'm talking about. And then here's the thing: even if you have an extra, even if you have World Cup, we still have 5 World Cups. We still have more, even if you're better on us on form. and I expect you to maybe be one of the favorites, but I hope it, but I pray and I hope it doesn't happen. If I have to root for Spain, I will. I will root for Lamine Yamal FC, even if it's against Argentina. Yes, I will root for Spain, especially in that final mismo as well. So we could see Spain Argentina final back to back next year. Hopefully, that'll be interesting. Even if disagreements between Spain and Brazil, at least Spain is a team. In my opinion, they're better than Argentina right now. I would say, even though they did lost that Nations League final in Portugal, but fair play to Portugal. And I did, but yes, but yes, the Brazilian league, there's just no comparison. There's just almost no comparison. And I'm gonna pull this up from Brazil football. Yep. Yep. And if you say none, have some shame. Because how could you be a lover if you're just gonna be like this? The first, yep. And then they're gonna say only one will be left. I ask you a question. Yeah. So, yep. Okay. And no, in Argentinian football, like, listen, there's like good parts of it. And then listen, I don't have a club, but the club that I rather respect besides Boca River at this point, who are absolutely trash in my opinion. At this point, I rather have I rate Racing Club better because at least fair enough to Racing Club. Yeah, they did win the Sudamericana last year against a non-impressive Cruzeiro, who, by the way, the Cruzeiro knocked out Boca Juniors on penalty kicks in the round of 16. While their rivals, yes, Atlético Mineiro absolutely stomped River Plate 3-0 on aggregate. 3-0 in the those stadium. And they'll know at their ground. River Plate are just, they're not serious. They're not serious. And River Plate, they're just like, I know it's not, but to me, River Plate sounds like Arsenal at this point. They sound like Arsenal to me. Of not Argentina, but South America at this point. River Plate, I don't think they haven't won anything this year. They haven't even won anything last year. I'm wrong. Correct me. By the way, no Argentinian club won the Club World Cup edition since the year 2000. None of you guys won it. Look at how many Brazilian sides have won it. Corinthians, São Paulo, Internacional, Corinthians again. No tienes mundial. I don't see any Argentinian side. And even if they do make it to the final, most of them, I mean, well, besides Racing Club, fair enough, which I do have major respect, along with here's the thing, River and Boca, they didn't even pass through the quarterfinals of their own league that just wrapped up. The Apertura since it's winter. They haven't even passed it. River Plate got knocked out, and apparently River Plate, let me see. They got knocked out by a team called they've been okay in Libertadores, but here's the thing. I think they might be top of the group. I'm not sure. And they might be top of the group, but I don't expect them to win it. Nothing. Absolutely not. Couldn't that no draw about the fan, you know? The only thing that River has done is just beating Boca Juniors, so it's like Arsenal beating Tottenham. That's about it. Nothing else. There's nothing impressive from River Plate. They don't play good football. Only like once and like whenever they wanted to. They did have like 3 games like against Vélez. Yeah, they battered them 4-1. They beat Barcelona away in Guayaquil, Ecuador. The Sporting Club, not FC Barcelona. And they did batter Santan 3-0, and they did batter Independiente 6-2. Okay, fine. You might have some good form, but eventually, but when it's time to play crap, you guys do it. Against Plata, you guys got knocked out in the quarterfinals. You didn't even score from open play. Yes, Franco Machatuno took okay penalty kick to equalize the game, but it might have been a robbery. And you still lost the fans! Can't even pass through the quarterfinals, just like Boca Juniors, who lost 1-0 to, I forgot, and then you tied Universitario 1-1. And then, yes, you did beat 3-1 against Awara Red Diamond, the Japanese side. Japan, they do have the J League, even though I guess us Brazilians could help them, because of the descent and all that, but I think they could help, but here's the thing. I just think that yes, they do have a lot of work to do, which I expect them to get better in the coming. Who knows? One day they will pass the league, the Argentinian league. The Argentinian league, there are some fun things. Do I like the River Boca? Well, it probably was more funner, like let's say 10 years ago than right now. Probably. It's just Haram versus the worst. If I have to say who is the worst side between these 2 Argentinian clubs, if I had to choose one, slightly worse, I would say Boca Juniors because here's the thing, they didn't even qualify for Libertadores or Sudamerica or South American football. No continental football for them. They lost 1-0 in the quarterfinals. They didn't even score in the round 16, by the way, in their own league. They got knocked out. Lima knocked them out in Libertadores and Sudamerica qualifiers altogether. They drew 0-0 and beat Lanús on penalties 4-2, just to lose to Independiente. In my opinion, Independiente are actually the real Argentinian giant, even though they got knocked out in the semifinal. But even they scored 64 minutes. Here's the thing, they got outplayed. 5 shots on target to 1 at home. Boca Juniors sounds like a relegation side. If not, they probably do get relegated in the Premier League. Yes, I know it's overrated. They probably will suffer in the French League. They probably would suffer a relegation battle in Spain, probably, I'm convinced. And they're just very inconsistent. Yes, Boca Juniors, they had an okay game, but they kind of played bad at the end. They bought away 2-0 lead because they know that, yes, 2 of the goals in the first half for both Boca and Benfica, they were not from open play. It was an own goal by Otamendi, who probably will sign for them next. So and he scored twice in this game, an own goal for Boca will probably go there, and then he scored for Benfica. And yeah, Boca Juniors are a bunch of bottle jobs. They're bottlers. And they only have 1 shot on target. They got outplayed by Benfica. Boca Juniors, I don't take them seriously. They're not serious. Even if they played well against Bayern, who didn't play that well either, to be fair. Because I think both teams played bad or slightly better for Boca, but still not much better. They still lose 2-1. And you listen, I do respect. Big up to Rank Talks on Ball, the Argentinian, the Boca Juniors fan. I do respect you. I'm not gonna cook you or anything. I do kind of have sympathy for you, but everyone else, they need to hold some smoke. Almost everyone else that are not like you and that are shameless. Yes, Boca and River, they're just gonna play their Clausura league. Clausura, their league new season for the spring, winter, spring, hence spring and then summer. And then the cup, right now it's about to be round 32. That is until that. So they'll do their thing. Fine. But I'm convinced, yes, I'm convinced that well, when was the last time Boca Juniors won a title? It's been a while, it looks like. And not including preseason friendlies. When was the last one? Yes, you guys might have won 74. Fair enough for your reputation. But right now, you guys are nowhere near, including Fumble de Libertadores finals for Fluminense. Brazil just owns Argentina. Even though, yes, Flamengo, even though Alcobendas did show a good fight against Flamengo, which I think Flamengo played bad in those two games against Celta Alcobendas, in my opinion. Which that team isn't even known, but even else, what's that club called? And I don't even watch the Argentinian league as much. I mean, I am trying to, even though I am busy, honestly, and keep an eye on the Brazilian league and all that. I want to see how they do, even though they may be passionate for the game. Fair enough to Argentinians about actually, but when it comes to banter, it just doesn't seem like they handle it, and they're just gonna say, "Oh, where's your liver? Where's your dad?" and blah blah blah. It's just so ironic to talk about it. It's ridiculous. Yeah, it's not sustainable. Even even Santal Cobra, fair enough that they even play probably better football than River Boca. Let me see how much they made in. Let's see. Even though they didn't even qualify. Wait, did they qualify? They didn't even qualify. So that. Oh yeah, they've been dropped down to Sudamericana due to finishing third. Yep, dropped down. So yes, I'm still gonna keep an eye on these teams. And then here's the thing. You win. Here's the thing. Yes, money. Here's the thing. Yes, Brazil is more economically better than Argentina. But here's the thing. Players do earn more money here. Your current champions, Atletico Vélez Sheffield, you do have that Super Copa final between them against El Estel, and there's another smaller team that isn't talked about enough. And listen, after River Boca Juniors, there's no other big club. Even though these clubs don't even get mentioned enough, in my opinion. They'll get a few 100,000 followers, like Independiente, 7 Libertadores, the most in history, and they only have 757,000. Even though they should be a bigger club because they want it more. They probably should have a bigger fan base and bigger stadium because they want it more. But it's just, oh my goodness, just whatever they want. And yes, some of these teams are located is not near Buenos Aires. And Argentina, yes, is a massive country, but just what you guys are doing, just nothing. It sounds like anything serious, in my opinion. It just doesn't sound like anything serious. Yeah, I just don't. Argentinian league, fine. You guys might be probably top three in South America at least. Honestly, oh, I believe we have a new comment. Big up Arturo, just trying to mock Argentina. Yes, yesterday in Seattle, River Plate got knocked down. against Inter Milan. And unfortunately, Seattle Sounders got knocked down. And you know what? And every time they don't do so well in their own country, they'll try bringing an international brand like Atletico Madrid, probably, because they're Argentina FC, Inter Miami, same thing. And who else? Who else? Who else? Do we have an Argentina FC in Brazil? In Brazil itself? I don't think so. Probably not. The most Argentinians, I actually don't know. Which there should be data based on nationality about the Brazilian league. But here's the thing. They'll probably even if you and guess what? Yes, Flamengo's goalkeeper, one of the best goalkeepers in the league, is Argentinian, but he's enjoying life here in Brazil. So fair enough to him. And I like him, and thinks that he's loving life in Rio de Janeiro. Yes, Flamengo has to play Bayern, and you want to know who I blame? Yes, Sané. He's to blame, and Benfica for being very inconsistent. But I also blame Boca Juniors. I blame Boca Juniors why Flamengo has to play Bayern Munich. Because look at this. If you hold on for a win, and maybe you probably lose the same score line to Bayern 2-1. Let's say you beat Benfica 2-1. Or you drew 2-2 with you lose 2-1 to Bayern Munich, and then you probably beat Auckland City 4-0. You probably would have gone through. You probably would have faced Flamengo. I wanted that matchup to happen. By the way, that game was actually going to be held in Miami, Flamengo versus Boca. That was the one that I wanted. But since Boca Juniors, they know they're weak, and it's all thanks to FIFA and Como relegation, FIFA rankings, which doesn't make sense at this point. It's thanks due to popularity and the money. That's all they're chasing for. But you guys are not good enough. Racing Club, or the current champions in the Apertura one. What's this called? Because I know they divide their season. Plata. Why are they not in it? They won that final 1-0 at the 63rd minute. Why are they not in it? Why is Huracan not in it? At least, even these teams impress me more. Why is Racing not in there? Oh, but we finished second in the first phase. Doesn't mean nothing. We almost won it. You just lost even Argentinian juniors probably would have been there. San Lorenzo. Nah, bro. Rosario Centro. I think they probably showed even a bigger fight, even against Inter. And I know, yes, not just the Brazilian league. I would say Liga MX is better than the Argentinian league. Yes, they only had two teams represented, and here's the thing: at least one has gone through. One today, they won the Champions Cup. Yeah, I know. And to be fair, I don't think River or Boca, they can't even win the CONCACAF Champions Cup. I'm convinced they probably don't. Probably not. I think River and Boca, they probably finished mid-table. Barely even slightly above Chivas at this point. And I know Chivas are going through a bad. So it's been 2 months before, their league will start off again. But yeah, 4 new comments. Rio de la nothing on us. Western Asia, North Africa are built different. Atletico are mostly Argentinian. Spain, France fans. Well, even though yes, obviously, yes, you'll have the local people for Spain, for the national. The fans, obviously, the Atletico fans live in Spain. Fair enough to them. But as for most likely, I would say Argentina tops that list. Maybe France or Mexico a little bit, I would say, but mostly Argentina. Because look at how much Argentinian players and fans they have. I mean, I still rate Julian Alvarez. I think he's actually kind of keeping his head held high, and I kind of have a bit sympathy. Argentina. Yeah, I'm not surprised. They do, especially that president they have. They probably will have some more financial issues, anyways. Monterrey, yes, they have Sergio Ramos, and then I want to say congrats, felicitaciones a Monterrey, to qualifying to the round of 16. They will play Borussia Dortmund in the round of 16 on the Madrid side of the bracket because Fluminense didn't want it finished. Because Fluminense didn't want it to finish first, or Inter Milan, they did got the win. In Inter Milan, Lautaro Martinez have been picking up a bit of form, so fair enough to him. And speaking of Lautaro Martinez, where did Inter pick them up? What Argentinian club, unless he played another European club to even get there? He's 27 years old. He's from Racing Club. He's been in Inter since 2018. He's been there for 7 years. Fair enough to Lautaro Martinez, at least. I rate Lautaro Martinez, even though I do like Lautaro Martinez, but I probably don't rate him as highly because very inconsistent. Yes, in the big moments, he did show up against Bayern, Barcelona, and other games, even against Monterrey. He scored before that Sergio Ramos header that looked like against Atletico Madrid, but Racing Club, and he even joined. That's impressive. So, yeah. But here's the thing. Internationally, Argentinians are better, fair enough. But Brazil, locally, we're still dominating. We are expected to win the Libertadores. So, yeah, congrats to Monterrey. Unless you're a Tigres fan. I mean, Tigres, they probably do have, or probably don't because they're mad. Tigres are kind of Argentina FC, kind of. Okay, yes, they probably are mad. Even though they don't like River either because of. But yes, but here's the thing. Unless you're a Tigres fan or probably Santos Laguna fan or something, or probably not. If you're a Tigres fan, then fair enough. But even America fans, Chivas fans, they put the rivalry aside to root for Mexican teams for the country. At least, fair enough. Even Cruz Azul fans. And yes, they are in the but yes, by the way, I can't stand Messi or the Paul Rodriguez Paul a la Madrid nada más. Yeah, you guys are playing today. You guys are playing against Schulzberg later today at 6 p.m. Yeah, you guys are playing at 6 p.m., right? Is it better forward? Okay. In Asia, inshallah, Northern Africa, Western Asia, rookies will dominate football. I hope so. I want to see who they have. I will say this: fair play to Sundowns. They did play for that no draw, even though they had the better shots, but not even if they did have the better of the ball, but they looked like the better team, maybe slightly. Or fair enough, the team from South Africa. Fair enough to them. I just think it could have been held even better. I just think that they could do better. Yeah, 6 p.m. and you guys are in like Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Al-Khan, they play Pachuca, who are obviously out of the tournament, unfortunately. Which I expect. I expect Real Madrid to advance first. So, but here's the thing: by the way, Arturo, are you watching the Man City Juventus game? Are you guys Are you gonna watch that game? Because one of them will play Madrid, most likely, depending who finished first, second. Depending, Madrid will likely finish first, which I expect. So, even though you guys will have less rest, who do you think is advanced? Who do you think there is a big game in the round 16? Who do you think Madrid is playing, and what's your score prediction of today's game, Man City or Juventus? What's your score prediction? Because I think Juventus just needs a draw because of one better goal difference to advance first. So what's your response? 6 p.m. in Philly. Shall we advance? We probably will watch But what's your score prediction for the Man City Juventus game? If you're wondering mine, so I would go with maybe a 2-2 draw or a 3-2 win for either City or Juventus. That's how I could see. But yeah, it's Nico Gonzalez versus Nico Gonzalez, the Argentinian versus the Spanish one, despite not related. 1-0 Juventus, fair enough. I think the rest is overhyped. Yeah, he is. Especially yeah, and I know I don't watch a lot of yeah, no, I don't watch a lot of Juventus' team, but I think I kind of agree. They are the most overrated. Absolutely. I know that he doesn't play on the wings, but it can't be done better. Yes, but fair enough. Unless Gatti starts for Juventus or something, this gives him a higher chances. Especially he's going to lock up Holland because Man City are better. Because here's Man City and Juventus are meeting each other for the first time since December. And here's the thing, Juventus, they're no longer at home. This game is played in Orlando, not Torino, where they did build a fortress, where they did keep a clean sheet against Inter, AC Milan, and Manchester City in the span of 2 months at home. So they did have a good record. Uh-huh. Oh. Hold on. I'm almost gone. But we we will be redirecting to this city very soon. But yeah, big up big up Ryan, big up to you. Thanks for coming in. Yes, I'm talking about the Argentinians. Not as good as the Brazilians. And here's the thing: they're going to have to hold that. Even though internationally, fine, they might be doing better, but domestically, they're not. Domestically, their leagues, club, from Raven TV was hyping just because of the. It's from. Oh, oh yeah, Kuzan. Oh yeah, I'm from Man City. I think he's underrated. I might on that. Oh, okay, for you. I get it. Even though the English media does blame him, but of course I could not forget about Kuzan, the one. But he does play for a big club. Orlando is more Italian than English. Oh, Florida's more Italian generally. Plus, yeah. And by the way, I know, and you know what? Since you do like Juventus, I recommend you to subscribe to this Juventus fan channel, who's also gonna go live. Big up to my guy Gio from Unit Bay Cornercast, the son of the Allcast. This is his stream. Go give it a like, subscribe. Here it is, guys. Even though we will redirect you to this city very soon. But yeah, here you guys go. If you want to set the notifications. But yes, I will be ending the stream very soon. Even though we're going to be here for at least, I would say, 7 minutes or 8 minutes. But I will have to round it out. But yeah, so yeah, guys. But yeah, the Brazilian league, we just earned so much money. How much? How many? Let me see. Let me see. Yeah, I'm having notifications that the lineups are out, which I think we might react to it for a bit. Oh, Holland! Something is happening with him. He's not in the starting lineup. We're gonna react to it in just a sec. The last time Boca Juniors has won the trophy was all the way back in October 2022. Ever since that World Cup, Boca Juniors have not won anything. I think the last time River Plate won something was the league, the Clausura 2023. Well, it was December of 2023. November, December 2023. And that's it. Nothing else. River Plate and Boca Juniors, I think they both went trophyless in 2024, and they're expected to go 2025. So I expect none of them to win the league. Probably not, or who knows. But Libertadores, nah, River isn't winning. The Cup, probably not, because they'll get knocked out by a mediocre club. That was the last time Boca Juniors won something. It's just nothing. Well, all about Argentina. I'm not following that. That's just PR. That's just Argentina FC. Of course, I prefer Brazil FC. If people want to, and listen, guys, I will do a Brazil abroad series. We will be there. We will be there. I'm just trying to pull up something real quick. You want to know something? I think I found it. Even this Boca Junior fan, I think on Twitter says like how much money you earn. Hold on, let me try to pull this up. But let me read two of your comments. I just subscribed. Oh, Juve Cornercast. Yeah, big up to my guy Gio. Yes, he's from New York, and they're Italian American, but he supports Juventus. And he hangs out with even the celebrities and all that. Inshallah, we either see in Iraq. That'll be amazing. I do need to learn about more of the squad, especially some of the teams. I will try to watch the African Champions League next year. Hopefully, once I have more time, because I know that someone won it. So yeah, we're gonna keep an eye on it. We will be there. So I just want to bookmark this real quick. This is what it looks like. Guess what? These are the winners. Apparently, even they have said it about the money. Guess what? So the last league winners, well, obviously was the Apertura 2025 edition, or first half of 2025. Technically fall and winter, technically spring and summer for us. No, winter and spring. Shout out to New York and shout out to big up to them. So look at this. Look at how much you could win in. Base Campeón. Look at this. Only 500,000. Argentina, they can claim, we are, and that doesn't mean that Argentina are going to say, we are the most lightest country in the Western Hemisphere outside of Europe, more whiter than America. They could say that, but guess what? Sounds like you're even poorer than the countries that you mentioned. Look at this. Only 500,000 just to win the league. And I think that applies for the Apertura, Clausura as well. In the regular league. Just 500,000. Look at this. You win the Liga MX, Clausura, Apertura, $4 million, $4 million US, almost 10 times. The Peruvian, the Uruguayan league, even Uruguay, which I know you have beef. Fair enough. Uruguay and Argentina, they kind of don't like each other when it matters, even though they want to have this love and hate relationship. The Uruguayans and Argentinians have that love and hate relationship. They love it because of the province and all that, Uruguay and all that. Fair enough. Liga MX, just to win the Sul-Americana, fair enough to Racing Club. But if you win the Brazilian League, $10 million, $14 million, you win the Cup. Copa do Brazil. If you win the Copa Libertadores, $23 million. That's how massive of revenue. Imagine if Flamengo wins the treble, which I feel like they could do it if they do get it right, as long as there's no injuries, no fatigueness, and all that. And yes, looks like the lineups are out. The preview is about to happen. I'm gonna Yep, redirect to you very soon. Just a few more minutes. Redirect to This Is City very in like 3 minutes or so, 4 minutes. This will be the last one. Absolutely. But yes, but yeah, what are your thoughts real quick? If Flamengo wins the treble, let's say 30, 37, they could win 40, nearly $50 million if they win the treble. Uruguay, Argentina's like Morocco. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. That's how simple. So you know North African and Asian football very well. Yeah, that's what's similar exactly. Orlando's just a swampy area, swampy city. People start getting there. Man, I wish I was at the game. I wish I lived in Orlando. But yeah, today, but yep, we will be reacting to the lineups very soon. Absolutely, we will be there. We will react to their lineups very shortly, guys. So yes, there's just no comparison. Winning the Brazilian league. This is why the Brazilian league deserves more recognition. Definitely. And I would say Liga MX across the world for sure. Definitely, absolutely. How much in the Liga Ecuador? Just 200,000. But at least Liga MX, you could actually earn enough money. Even if you say Mexico, the poor country, South America might just have less. Where's the Colombian league? Have they not showed a Liga Boliviano? Well, that's just the Paulista alone. This was as of 2024. Corinthians winning the Paulista is better. Did they add Carioca? That has to be richer than the Argentine league. Even the in-state competitions from Brazil alone owns it. This is why I prefer living. If I had to if I had to live in South America, if I had to choose Brazil, Argentina, by far Brazil, no questions about that. Oh, all right, there is a redirect. All right, let's see it's live. The Bayern view is live. So fair enough, guys. Fair enough. So yeah. All right, let's react to the lineups real quick before we end the stream. Just there you go. There's no comparison, guys, between the Argentinian league and Brazilian league. Liga MX, they should be back in Copa Libertadores. I'm not gonna lie. I'm convinced River or Boca, they probably won't win the Champions Cup. Probably not. Mexicans have probably beat them. One today, got a 0-0 draw. And the game was very tight, fair enough. And despite how much talent River Plate just plays that wrong ball. And one today, I think they handled that pretty all right. It's just impossible to play against these scrubs. River Plate, they just look at how much. Even though I'm not trying to show any videos because I don't want to get copyrighted. All right, let's react to the lineups before we end the stream. Man City lineups: Ederson, Nunez, Akanji, Ruben Diaz, Rodri starting. Reinders is starting. Even though he struggles against Juventus when he's at AC Milan. Briano Silva, Sabinho, Doku, and Marmouche. No Holland in the starting lineup. He's on the bench. You can see. Nico Gonzalez. Yep, this is Man City's lineup. What are your thoughts on the Man City lineups? And then I'm gonna read the comments before we start the redirect to This Is City. All right, let's check the event to start 11. All right, there we go. Weston McKennie is starting. There you go. The American is starting. Weston McKennie. Gonzalez, Abraham. Nico Gonzalez from Juventus is starting. Balovic. Ooh. I don't know if they brought us the substitutions. Where are the bench? But this is Juventus' lineup. They're wearing all pink. Okay, there it is. There's the bench. Fair enough. Yeah, listen, yep. Kolomali. So all right guys. So anything else before do you have anything else to say before we wrap up? Uruguay. Yeah, you better. Good on you, Pep. Exactly. Yeah, this is good. Marmouche is good. Oh yeah, the Egyptian. I really like Marmouche. What he's going on Man City. I like that. I like the minerals he's been landing. Wait, where? Why is this a city not live? Absolute. Yeah, they should have started him. Like why is he on the bench? I don't know if they'll use him as an impact sub, but yeah, guys, Juventus just needs a draw, despite tied on goal difference. But I guess is it because I have no idea. Like if we know both of them are going through, we all know both of them are going through. But does FIFA decide or what? Oh yes, for sure, we will be there. We will be there. Yes, I might try to do. I might just try what I will try watch videos for the qualifiers. But yeah, we will redirect you to this city. Is he not live yet? I don't know if this city is live yet, or this is because I will. Yes, I will end the stream. Just waiting for this city to go live. Carnage is going live as well. Oh, he extended to 11:30. Oh man, dang it. I mean, I could redirect to anyone at this point. You know what? Well, respect. You know what? Fine. We'll have to redirect to someone else instead. Juve corner cast, I would say, if he allows it. Brian Anderson. There we go. There's a redirect. You know what? Fine. We're just gonna redirect to Juve corner cast. I could have done this to City, or you know what? Fine. Let's just do this City, man. Because sorry, Jules. Because there's just so much options. Even Royal Red wants me to go live. Make sure you like up the stream, like I said. Let's see if it works. This is City. Uh, mm-hmm. Hold on. Oh, it shows me the live one. I know this is a big game, but just come on. Legit. Come on, I just want to read them. Come on, hold on. But yeah, hold on. I'm just trying to find it. It's not putting. It's not there. Come on. Not if I can't do that, then I might just go view a corner cast. Zero. I mean, yeah, we're just gonna redirect to eBay Cornercast. Looks like, yeah, there we go. So yes, here we go. So yeah, so big up to everyone. What club do I support? Like I said, I probably won't go with neither. Like I said, I don't have to go with neither, but yes. So I don't have a club. I just like watching football. Brazil, it matters. I do root for the Brazilian clubs, every single one of them. But yes, and yes, I am happy that these Argentinian scrubs are out. Absolutely. Big up to everyone. Yep, absolutely. Fair enough, mate. Yep, but big up to you, Ryan G. Yeah, so it looks like since I've let me see. Let me try to do this one more time. If I could try to find this city, because why is this not showing up on my end? I don't know. I put this city and it's not coming on. Another one's like, come on. hmm So yeah, looks like we're just gonna have to go to Juve Corner Cast. All right. Yep. As always. So yeah. Anything else to say before I wrap this up? I will. Yes. So yes, Botafogo versus Palmeiras. We might do a watch along on this channel. We will on Saturday most likely. So yeah, big up to everyone. Make sure you smash the like if you're gonna be there for the watch along. There you go. There's a watch along. So have a nice day. I will be joining the chat for both the Juve Cornercast, and Man City, and this is City for Man City. So big up to everyone.